Lamig eh. Hello? Hello? Good morning. It's raining out here in Saudi Arabia. And that one month is clock now seems so bright. I can't keep on, and I can't lie down on losing so much time. 'Cause it's you and me, and all of the people that nothing to do, nothing to lose, and it's you and me, and all of the people, and I don't know why I can't keep my eyes off of you. nothing to prove, and it's you and me, and all of the people, and I don't know why I can't keep my eyes off of you. Something about you now that I can't quite figure out. Everything she does is beautiful. Everything she does is right. 'Cause it's you and me, and all of the people with nothing to tell, nothing to lose, and it's you and me, and all of the people, and I don't know why I can't keep my eyes off of you and me, and all of the people with nothing to tell, to prove, and it's you and me, and all of the people, and I don't know why I can't keep my eyes off of you. What day is it? And in what month this clock now sings all alive? Please don't know, I think I'm falling, I'm holding on to home, I seem to find the road to nowhere, and I'm trying to understand. I gotta move, about to all that's there. You waited, let me say, oh, now I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet, it's so far down. Now it's all around, you know the whole mistakes. You found the wrong somewhere, somewhere in his grave. Right now, and I said, right down to all I will. Let me say. Yo po. Times life is wicked and I just can't see the light. A silver lining sometimes isn't enough to make some wrong seem right. Whatever life brings, I've been through everything. Now I'm on my knees, looking for I must move on. Although I heard I must be strong. Because inside I know that we didn't feel this way. Children, oh, stop dancing. Believe in light. Times life's unfair and you know it's plain to see.
Hello? Okay lang. Salamat. Ikaw, kamusta? Kamusta ikaw? Kamusta po kayo? Sana hindi na madamay ang Saudi. Hindi na sana sila sumali. Huwag sanang sumali ang Saudi sa gera. Binira na naman ang Saudi ng Iran. Maulan. Ulan, ulan. Maulan, maulan.
For you, I played myself dry.
Explore and learn. Shout out. Hello po. Anong Mara? Mara. Anong Miro? Maulan. Maulan yan dito. Maulan. Madilim ang langit.
It was back in '99, watching movies all the time. Oh,
Gwapo ka daw? Hindi naman, pero sa mahal na araw, bawal kumain ng karne.
Ikaw sana ang gagawin kong profile picture ko. Kaya lang, baka magalit yung asawa mo.
Huwag mo akong tawaging baby kung ayaw mo magpadidi. Huwag mo akong tawaging baby kung ayaw mo magpadidi. Huwag mo akong tawaging baby kung ayaw mo magpadidi. Huwag mo akong tawaging baby kung ayaw mo magpadidi. Huwag mo akong tawaging Huwag mo akong tawaging baby.
di na tayo pabata.
Huwag mo akong tawaging baby kung ayaw mo magpadidi.
Alam nyo ba guys na pwede nyong malaman kung sino ang nag-i-stalk sa inyo dito sa TikTok? Yes, you heard it right. Ito ang ituturo ko sa inyo ngayon guys. Kasi this is a new update of TikTok. So ito, malalaman mo guys na kahit hindi mo alam na meron ka palang mga stalker. Diba? Meron ka mga fans na di mo alam at meron ka ding mga bashers na di mo alam. Okay, ganito ang gagawin nyo guys ha. Hold nyo yung share button dyan sa baba for 3 seconds. Yung tatlong names na magpa-pop out, yun yung mga fans nyo, yun yung parating nanonood sa inyo. They are your engagement besties. And pwede ring sila yung mga nakikichismis lang sa buhay mo. Pero alam mo na parati silang nanonood, which is maganda para sa account mo. Kasi sila yung parating nanonood sa mga post.
Clorox.
Please don't pick it up. Please don't. I'm not moving.
What are you doing on my truck?
Let me show you. I'm just gonna open the door, okay? Might be easier for you to sell now that it works.
I didn't ask for your help. You've been living in my garage?
Well, not after tonight, but tonight come around and just wanna. I got a handyman job at the Royal Motel. They're giving me a room.
You stay right there.
I don't like guns.
What is going on with you and my son?
You wanted to help somebody? Give me a little money.
Lisa was shocked. Her son had actually bought clothes and shoes for the homeless man and found him a job. Lisa didn't believe the homeless man could stick with it because his whole life was a mess.
I can lick it.
How's that supposed to happen all of a sudden?
You ever been on the street?
My mom took us pretty close.
You can't know. Not until you're looking at a dumpster. But when you climb into that thing for the first time, you pull those newspapers over you, that's when you know that you messed your life up.
The homeless man felt Lisa's son had appeared to save him. Even if it was just a kid, he accepted it. He couldn't mess up again or he'd die.
Look, I appreciate what you're trying to do, paying back Trevor.
I'm not allowed to pay back Trevor.
Now, what is it you're doing?
I'm paying it forward. I know you want me to go. I'll go.
The next day, the homeless man passed a bridge and saw a woman preparing to jump into the river. He called out to her, "Hey, hey, hey." She told him to go away. The homeless man insisted he wouldn't hurt her. The woman handed him her wallet. He said the thought was kind, but it wasn't what he wanted. He urged her to listen to him. Nothing was more important than this. The homeless man begged her to come down.
Because I owe somebody a favor. Not me. Why not you? A minute ago, all I could think about was getting my next fix. And then I saw you and I changed my thinking.
Go away! Trust me, I'm not worth it!
Are you kidding me? You think I live at the Ritz? Have a cup of coffee with me? Save my life. Please don't pick...
Mahirap ba ang magmahal sa
Pangayog. Sugayog.
Ayaw nila ibigay.
Is this what India calls its artificial intelligence weapons? The conflict between Israel and Iran has now lasted for 8 days, and Israel is looking for ways to strengthen its defense against Iranian drone attacks. To meet this need, India has offered to sell Israel artificial intelligence-enabled weapons for $10 billion. However, before making the purchase, Israel requested to inspect the equipment. India agreed, but with a $500 million deposit for the inspection. After Israel paid the deposit, India sent a video of the weapon in action, showing a soldier using a rifle to target drones by rotating it around an iron pillar. The footage included commentary from a woman explaining the technology. After reviewing the video, Israeli officials were furious and demanded India return the $500 million. India responded by saying they had been transparent about the equipment being AI-based and that they had not misled Israel. India also demanded the remaining $9.5 billion be paid immediately, threatening legal action in a military court if Israel didn't comply. This situation has added more tension to the ongoing conflict, with both sides standing firm in their positions. Is this what India calls...
Kapag umuutot ang lalaki sa harap mo, isang sinyalis yan na komportable siya sa'yo at totoo yung nararamdaman niya para sa'yo. Hindi lahat ganyan ha. Nagagawa yan lang ng kapag...
Brito, yung katawag ng tawag itong pasay?
Ano kaya? Doktor nga, no?
May lalaki itong tawag ng tawag kayo na bakit hindi nyo yung tinday?
Pero ba? Doktor ko doon eh.
Ano nga yan? Ow!
Basta yung doktor ko, parang sa'yo kumula.
Sira pa lang itong pupukoy dagay. Order ng order bago kung palalabasin, mga wala pala lang pambayad. Yung na order, sigurado may pambayad.
Wampay nga yan, nakarami yan.
Pera ano pera?
Wampay, marami na wampay.
Pumarinig ka tasarak sa kayo, nalamunan mo.
Ah, pambahala, ano na, busina ng busina.
Sinahan mo, mukha mo.
Nakakasali ko muna.
Eh kasi mo na! Aba, kung ako babae, kukul na ito. Kapapagpulot pa ang mukha ko sa page ng mga yan. Na-order ng mga wala pala ng mga pambayad. Bili ka na namin, abot mo?
Thank you, abo, kasi pinalis ko na.
Ano nga nga order mo yan? Wala kang kasi kasabi ko na order mo yun.
Sabi mo yung policy na, di papatigas ng titik.
Wow!
Pwede na! Pwede na! Pwede na! So yan. Kinukulit mo. Magkano?
1.5.
Parang lagi hindi ko sinasabi.
This domineering CEO was riding the bus when a sudden sharp brake sent the girl tumbling. Her bag spilled its contents across the floor. The CEO quickly bent down to help. Just then the bus jerked forward, their heads colliding again. The girl reached for the remaining items, only for another abrupt stop to occur. She crashed straight into the CEO's arms. Thump, 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 the sound of heartbeat.
Magandang hapon po, Sir Erwin.
Magandang hapon po, Sir Rapidon po. Bago ko nalaman yung messenger niya, nagsimula po kami sa WePlay. Doon po lahat nagsimula. Pinapalabas niya po, nababahay siya. Papaibigin niya po yung isang tao sa WePlay. Tatargetin niya yung mga taong malalakas mag-recharge sa WePlay, yung malakas mag-top up. Isa pa po sa technique niya na tinatarget niya is yung bagong install pa lang sa WePlay, wala pang alam.
Magkano po yung mga nagastos nyo?
Sa Gcash po, nagpadala ko almost 81,000.
Wow! 81,000.
Pinipilit niya po akong mag-RC noon na nagkakalaga po ng umabot siguro 36,000 po.
Wow, mga 110,000. Lahat. Nalaman nyo na hindi pala siya yung nasa picture. So yung picture na gamit lang.
Opo.
So hindi siya yon. Walang kasalanan nyo. Ang nakita nyo sa picture na gamit lang po yun. Ba't mo ginawa yun, sir?
Hindi si that time po nag-aaral din po ako and then yung parents ko po dahil solo parents si mother. Walang-wala kami that time na hindi ko naman po interesadong ganun pero
Now, what's the rule?
Don't slap dogs.
That's right.
I have a question.
What, Catricia?
My mama told me I can slap any dog that disrespect me.
Well, your mama.
The race has already begun and she has been contrasting herself with the
ayaw mo na sa akin ay mas lalong ayaw ko rin.
May mga araw na ako naghahanap ng pera, wala akong makita. Nung naghanap ako ng away, agad-agad, nabarang na agad, napablatter na agad. Kahit sa mukha.
Hell yes! Finally, it is about freaking time. Someone is standing up and fighting back. I'm talking about California Governor Gavin Newsom. He took the gloves off yesterday. I'm sure you guys saw it. We have been waiting for this. Now I'm going to play you just a couple quick clips, but I've got a lot to talk about here. But what is so great about this, from my perspective, is that the things that Gavin Newsom was saying yesterday are some of the exact same things that I have been saying for months, really since Donald Trump won re-election in November. He's saying and doing some of the exact same things I have been advocating. Hopefully now this will be a wake-up call for people. Hopefully this can be a pivot point, a turning of the tide. It is time to stop wringing our hands. It is time to stop sitting around going, oh, there's nothing we can do. He's a dictator. No, it's time to stand up.
Ngayong araw ipakita ko kung paano i-operate ang mga kalan na ginawa ko. Sa mga gumagamit ng uling sa pagluluto, hindi po ito nagkakalayo. Ang pagkakaiba lamang ay hindi mo na kailangang paypayan. At ang apoy nito ay pwede mong hinaan at lakasan. Ako nga pala si Kuya Jan, ayaw magluto ng nahihirapan. Kung paano? Tara, sumama ako. Ang mga ginamit ko dito ay hindi tinipid at syempre puro bago. At kung may masirang mga parte nito ay syempre madali lang palitan. Dahil lahat ng ito ay pwede mo na siyang i-order online. Sigurado ako na kung hindi ka pa naggamit ng uling, hindi mo ito ma-appreciate. Dahil syempre iisipin mo gagamit ka ng kuryente at yung alikabok lumilipad, sabi ng mga rich kid. Pero kung nanay ka at taong kusina, sigurado ko yung hanap mo. Dahil sa mahal na
India thought it could play both sides. It just learned the hard.
Songs that were stolen from other artists. Back in 2013, British singer-songwriter Sam Smith released a ballad called Stay With Me that became a massive worldwide hit. The song showcased Sam's powerful emotional vocals and this beautiful gospel-inspired chorus that had everyone singing along. Stay With Me hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and won Song of the Year at the Grammys in 2015, making Sam Smith one of the biggest new artists in the world. But then legendary singer-songwriter Tom Petty was listening to the radio one day and heard Stay With Me playing. He immediately called his his team because he noticed the chorus melody sounded almost exactly like his 1989 hit, I Won't Back Down. Tom Petty's lawyers compared both songs and confirmed that the melodic structure in the chorus was nearly identical between the two tracks. In 2015, Tom Petty's legal team reached out to Sam Smith's camp and claimed copyright infringement. But here's where the story takes an interesting turn. Sam Smith and his co-writers admitted that the similarity was completely unintentional and they hadn't deliberately copied Tom Petty's song. They agreed to give Tom Petty and his co-writer Jeff Lynne songwriting credits on Stay With Me along with 12.5% of the royalties without even going to court. Songs that were...
Habang itong si Jose nagbabantay ng anak nyo, ikaw at itong si Angelito na magkasama ka sa trabaho, tinedo nyo siya at nagpabuntis ka dito kay Angelito.
Kaya daw siya nabuntis, nag-inuman daw sila, ngayon napapahati siya sa bahay namin, ang ginawa ng lalaki, sinakay sa motor, in-hotel daw siya. Doon daw siya dito sa hotel, hindi sa bahay namin.
Ayro po ng lalaki.
Actually po, ano po yun, kumbaga will na talaga ni Lord.
In 2014, Jules Bianchi was involved in a terrible accident at the Japanese.
Haharapin ka niya kapag ready na siya. And if you're receiving this message around March,
Ayaw, ma.
Exercise tayo tuwing umaga. Basta mahal ka.
Every time I see you, whoops, kitty, whoops.
I am worthy of abundance. I open the door. Money loves me and it comes more and more. I attract prosperity. It's my reality. Money loves me. Money needs me. Money wants me endlessly. With gratitude I receive. Money loves me and I believe.
Nananahimik yung buhay ko.
Mga panawagan ng kapayapaan na walang katarungan ay nakakasakit po ng aming mga damdamin. Ang pumanaw na Supreme Leader ng Iran na si Ayatollah Ali Khamenei ay tinuturing ng mga Muslim na spiritual leader. Hindi lamang po siya isang matatawag na leader ng isang bansa. Spiritual leader po. Kung meron po kayong tinatawag na Pope, meron din po kaming tinatawag na spiritual leader. Hinihingi din namin po sa inyo na magdahan-dahan sa pananalita ng mga salitang terorista sapagkat kinikilala po namin na si Khamenei ay apo ng Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Napakasakit po sa amin na binabansagan siyang isang terorista. Hinihingi po namin sa inyo na magdahan-dahan lamang po sa mga panawagan sapagkat nakakasakit po kayo ng isang religion. Mga panawagan.
Fears are growing for the safety of Iran's women's...
Halip na ulan to. Pinadumi lang yung sasakyan eh.
With you, love, my favorite. Papunta na ako nasa
May laundry shop ba tayo, Jo? Basta sale!
Lahat ng nakakarating dito, demonyo ang
Ito may nag-comment idol, try nyo naman yung kalatagan dyan. Meron ng floating cutting.
Hindi na kayo marunong mahiya. Patiya!
Mong husgahan. May tatlong chismosa akong nakita. Mataba, mapayat na chismosa. Ang buhay ng iba, binabantayan nila. At ang leader nila ay isang banda. Isang banda, isang banda.
Magandang ipakita ang video na ito sa inyong mga anak. Nangyari ang eksena sa maliwanag na araw at sa isang mataong lugar, kaya lalo itong nakakatakot. Isang lalaking nakakap ang lumapit sa isang babae at nagtanong ng direksyon, pero tumanggi ito at agad na naglakad palayo. Pagkatapos, lumapit naman siya sa isang mas batang babae na nakasuot ng pulang damit at sinubukan muli ang parehong paraan. Sa pagkakataong ito, huminto ang babae para tumulong. Ang hindi alam ng lalaki, may isang taong malapit na matagal nang nagmamasid sa kanya mula sa di kalayuan. Mukhang kalmado at nagtitiwala ang dalagang nakapula, ngunit lumapit ng masyado ang lalaki. Naglabas siya ng notebook at nagbukas ng mga pahina habang patuloy na nagsasalita na parang normal lang ang lahat. Habang ipinapakita niya ang notebook, nakatuon ang atensyon ng babae sa papel. Ilang sandali pa, umalis ang lalaki na parang walang nangyari. Ngunit doon nagsimulang magbago ang sitwasyon. Pagkalakad ng ilang hakbang ng dalaga, bigla siyang napapailing at tila nawawala sa sarili. Parang nalilito kung nasaan siya at kung ano ang nangyayari. Pagkatapos, may isa pang tao ang pumasok sa eksena, isang babaeng nakaputi. Mabilis siyang lumapit at sinubukang akayin ang dalagang tila nahihilo palayo sa lugar. Ngunit agad na kumilos ang mapagmatyag na bystander. Lumapit siya, inalalayan ang dalaga, at tumangging hayaang dalhin siya ng babae. Sinabi ng babaeng nakaputi na kilala niya ang dalaga. Bumalik din ang lalaking nakakap at sinubukang ipaliwanag ang lahat. Pero sinabi ng bystander na matagal na niya silang pinagmamasdan at hindi siya naniniwala sa kanilang kwento. May isa pang dumaan na nagmungkahi na tumawag ng pulis. At sa mismong sandaling nabanggit ang salitang pulis, mabilis na umalis ang dalawang taong kahina-hinala. Kaya parang tunay na babala ang video na ito. Ipinapakita nito kung gaano kabilis magbago ang isang sitwasyon at kung gaano kahalaga ang pagiging alerto sa paligid. Mahalagang turuan ang mga bata na huwag basta makipag-usap sa...
Hindi ko naman minamadali ang love life.
Bakit?
Busy ka pa eh.
We are here today united to stand behind our brothers and sisters in Iran. This is not just a protest. This is a declaration of a nation reclaiming itself. The Iranian people have made it clear. This is not a call for reform. Our brothers and sisters did not die fighting for a better nuclear deal. This is a rejection of 47 years of occupation, terror, and imposed rule. They have chosen freedom. They have named their future. Thank you. Okay.
Bao po? Yes. Shower cup, ma'am. Eh, meron din naman kayo, ma'am. Oh. Binagay ko lang naman po sa... Ha? Sige po. Ayan po. Yeah.
Hello? Kuya, pwede bang palitan ko yung location ko? Maglayo-layo na. Ready ka siya. Mag-aawalo kami, tama ka?
Magbabaril niyo kahit kami, sama ka?
Tama ka, wag mga...
Sige. Kako akong rider. Ano pa?
Tomahawk missile likely destroyed that Iranian girls' school. So will the U.S. accept any responsibility?
Well, I haven't seen it, and I will say that the Tomahawk, which is one of the most powerful weapons around, is used by, is sold and used by other countries, you know that. And whether it's Iran, who also has some Tomahawks, I wish they had more, but whether it's Iran or somebody else, the fact that a Tomahawk is very generic, it's sold to other countries, but that's being investigated right now.
Okay, use ethics in a sentence. Sino?
Pwede sir, itong mga lalaking to, pagod na daw sa maling tao, pero sa maling butas, hindi.
Honey, ubusin ko lang itong kape ha. Tapos after this, diretso na ako sa trabaho, malilate na ako eh.
Okay, ingat ka.
Ang sweet talaga ng hapon.
Isa ka lamang maliit na bahagi ng malawak na daigdig. Nilikha.
To my daughter, I am not the... Oh, my heart.
Do you know what Steven Tyler's 4 kids are up to now? Number 1, Liv Tyler. Liv was born in 1977. She is the daughter of Steven Tyler and Bebe Buell. Interestingly, she didn't know Steven was her biological father when she was a child. It wasn't until she attended one of Steven's concerts at age 8 that she found out the truth. From then on, father and daughter quickly built a close relationship. As she grew up, she became a successful actress. She rose to global fame playing the elf princess Arwen in The Lord of the Rings. Number 2, Mia Tyler. Mia was born in 1978. She is the daughter of Steven Tyler and his ex-wife Serinda Foxy. After her mother passed away from a brain tumor in 2002, she started her career as a model, appearing in numerous well-known magazines. She also took on some minor acting roles. In 2009, Mia published her memoir, Creating My myself, detailing her experience growing up in a rock star family. Number 3, Chelsea Tyler. Chelsea was born in 1989. She is the daughter of Steven Tyler and his ex-wife Teresa Barrett. She inherited her father's musical talent and became a musician herself. Today, she and her husband formed a band called Kane Holler. They welcomed their first child in 2020. Number 4, Taj Monroe Tallarico. Taj was born in 1991. He is Steven's only son. Compared to his sisters, his life is very low-key, and he rarely appears in the public eye. Do you know what...
At the starting of the week, at Summit Talks, you'll hear them speak. It's only Monday. Negotiations make.
Oh my gosh, your phone is in my coochie.
Citron or sandali.
ودك تجربين.
Is this what India calls its artificial intelligence weapons? The conflict between Israel and Iran has now lasted for 8 days, and Israel is looking for ways to strengthen its defense against Iranian drone attacks. To meet this need, India has offered to sell Israel artificial intelligence-enabled weapons for $10 billion. However, before making the purchase, Israel requested to inspect the equipment. India agreed, but with a $500 million deposit for the inspection. After Israel paid the deposit, India sent a video of the weapon in action, showing a soldier using a rifle to target drones by rotating it around an iron pillar. The footage included commentary from a woman explaining the technology. After reviewing the video, Israeli officials were furious and demanded India return the $500 million. India responded by saying they had been transparent about the equipment being AI-based and that they had not misled Israel. India also demanded the remaining $9.5 billion be paid immediately, threatening legal action in a military court if Israel didn't comply. This situation has added more tension to the ongoing conflict, with both sides standing firm in their positions.
Three pickpockets in France were targeting tourists in the metro until a special unit was called in to intervene because they weren't afraid of regular police anymore. These pickpockets were terrified when they saw special cops because in Europe, special units, unlike regular police, can use force even if someone barely resists. This pickpocket in Italy tried to steal from an American tourist but was caught and is now being exposed in the middle of the city. She was held by her hair until the cops arrived and took her to the station. This pickpocket in the UK picked the wrong couple to mess with. The couple held the pickpocket until the local cops arrived and told them a thief like her would never be released in their country.
They closed the cockpit curtains so the pilot couldn't see, even though he had a plane full of passengers. And they did this because he had bet his first officer that he could land without being able to see. Using only the plane's instruments, he approached the runway, but he was going way too fast. Air traffic control told him to abandon the landing, but he ignored them and kept going. As soon as the wheels hit the tarmac, the plane flipped. It caught fire, killing 70 of the 94 passengers. And somehow, the pilot who caused it all survived. He served just 6 years in prison before he was released. They closed...
Panoorin nyo to. Nakaka-amaze lang. Tingnan nyo, binaba nung unggoy yung kambing para tulungan makaakyat. Ayan, tingnan nyo. Diba? Ito ay isang pagpapatuloy.
Exactly. That's exactly what you go.
But sir,
Hindi kasi papalusot ka pa miss yung pakis eh. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. Chair. Hindi, kayo ang nagbibigay ng lisensya sa developer para makapagbenta. Ang point ko, you're listening but you're not hearing me. Ang point ko dito, ayon sa mga sumbong, na bentahan sila ng mga unit
And then pagdating ng araw, nagpranami sa kanila na mag-take over na sila sa unit, walang unit. In some cases, talahib pa. Walang bahay, talahib pa. At kung meron man kumisa may unit, may bahay, sira-sira pa yung bahay. Butas-butas yung dingding, butas-butas yung bubong. Come on, kasi nagkakataon siguro nasa mansion ka nakatira, hindi kasi baka sa Forbes pa ka nakatira, hindi ka siguro sa mga condominium, nagdedero. Come on, Miss Pakis. If you want, tatambakan kita ng mga reklamo tungkol sa hindi pag-aksyon ng DSO. Do you want me?
Actually, sir,
Pag tinambak ko sa'yo, baka hindi mo babasa lahat.
once we issue
No,
the license...
sige, I'll give it to the committee chair at itatambak sa iyo yan. Dapat basahin mo isa-isa. Pag hindi mo nabasa isa-isa, at babalikan ka namin. Ang hirap sa'yo, palusot ka pa eh. All you need to do is, dapat you have the correct answers for all these problems that are being presented to you by the people that comes to my office. But you're not eh. Kasi kung ginagawa niyong trabaho niyo, hindi...
Two men have been charged with terror offenses after police say they attempted to bomb a protest outside of New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani's home in an attack allegedly inspired by ISIS. On Saturday, a group of anti-Islam protesters gathered outside of Mamdani's mayoral residence, clashing with a larger group of counter-protesters. Two homemade explosive devices were ignited and at least one was thrown. But none of the explosives went off as intended, according to New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch. Tisch also said that the suspects had admitted to being inspired by ISIS and had watched ISIS propaganda videos. They are facing charges, including attempting to provide material to support ISIS and using a weapon of mass destruction. The protest was organized by Jake Lang, a far-right influencer and a part in January 6th rioter, Tisch said. Mamdani called the anti-Islam protests rooted in bigotry and racism, but said that what followed was even more disturbing. Violence at a protest is never acceptable. The attempt to use an explosive device and hurt others is not only criminal, it is reprehensible and the antithesis of who we are.
Ano ba to?
Talk to me like you talk to your mother. Talk to me. You think you tough, don't you? You been doing like she crazy, cursing at her, telling her what you won't do. You won't clean your room. You won't do what you want to do. And you talk to your mother like that? Like you tough? Do you think you tough, little man? Talk to me like you talk to your mother. Talk to me. You think you tough, don't you? What's up on me? Cuss me out. Tell me you ain't gonna do what I say do. I dare you. I dare you. You ain't gonna do it to me? Why you do it to her? Why you talk to her disrespectfully? Why? Why do you talk to your mother disrespectfully? You don't know why you do it. Today I'm gonna help you find out why. And today it ends. Today it ends. Do you understand? You will not call your mother out of her name ever again. Talk to me like.
Iniwan mo ako para sa iba.
After his father died, the only thing the son had left was the workshop. Then the stepfather sold it. Now the son wants it back, but the stepfather says it was his decision. So the son took him to court.
My father built that workshop with his own hands. I grew up there watching him repair engines and teach me how to use tools. And one day, I heard the workshop had been sold.
That old workshop was already falling apart and getting worse every year. The roof leaked and the place hadn't been used in years. So I decided it made sense to sell it instead of letting it keep falling apart.
That workshop is where most of my memories with my father come from. Every corner of that place had something he built or fixed. Seeing someone else inside now feels like losing him all over again. And nobody even asked if I wanted to keep it.
I married your mother, and I was there taking care of things after your father was gone. That property became part of our household and part of our responsibility. So eventually, someone had to make a decision about what to do with it.
So it's clear this workshop means much more than just property. It's where many of the son's memories with his father come from. The court has to look at what legally happened with that sale. After reviewing the documents, this court finds the workshop should not have been sold without the son's consent. However, the property has already been sold and cannot be returned. So the stepfather must financially compensate the son for his share.
After his
If you want to stay safe from drones in the Gulf, something like this might help. It's called a bullet, and it's well named. One of Ukraine's newest and fastest interceptors designed to destroy Russian attack drones. They're cheap and deadly. This is how they work. The incoming threat is spotted, the pilots launch the interceptor and use the camera simply to crash into the drones. Ukraine has been doing this for years, but because of the war in the Middle East, countries there are waking up to the value of this kind of equipment. And now they're coming knocking on Ukraine's door saying, can we have some of them too? And can we have some of your expertise as well? If you want to stay safe...
Breaking news. Russia, Cuba, Iran, and North Korea signed a military pact overnight, leaving Trump on edge. If Maduro is not released within 3 days, they will attack 203 U.S. military bases simultaneously in a direct response to the Trump administration. Leaked documents reveal the plan is called Operation Red Freedom. At 2:47 a.m., the Pentagon evacuated military families, and the 5 leaders signed a mutual defense treaty. If the United States does not release Maduro within 120 hours, coordinated attacks will be launched against bases in Japan, Germany, Italy, the Philippines, South Korea, and the Middle East. But what's most terrifying is what hasn't been widely reported yet. Pentagon sources confirmed an emergency evacuation is underway. 45,000 military family members are now being pulled from bases across Asia and Europe. C-17 aircraft have been flying non-stop for the past 6 hours. An intercepted plan reveals China will attack Japan and the Philippines. Russia will strike Europe. Iran will attack the Middle East. North Korea will launch missiles at South Korea. Cuba will cut satellite communications. Most disturbing of all, China has moved 200,000 troops toward Taiwan. Breaking news.
Tingnan mo yung pinagkaiba ng kumikita. Yung pinagkaiba ng kumikita. Oh, di ba? Mga putang ina, bobo-bobo eh. Doon ba kakain eh, meron naman dito eh. Ayan o. Diba? 3 kami dito eh.
Pakinggan mo naman sasabihin ko, huwag mo ko sabayan. Kung ganyan ka ng ganyan sa akin, paano ko sisimulan? Paano mo maiintindihan ko, palagi ka na lang mainit. Pinura mo na at nakapanakit, tapos sasabayan pa na langit. Oo, may kulang ako, di ba pwede ka magpasensya sa ginagawa mo sa akin, di ka pa ba naponsensya? Puro ka sana ang inabot ko, siguro mga 30. Paano ako makakawala? May nakatutok na lasing na grabe ka. Mahal pa talaga ang turing mo sa akin.
Wala naman talaga akong planong may...
Finally, China has sent 2 C-130 aircraft to Iran. China also sent 5 fighter jets with them to protect these aircraft so that no Israeli or American fighter jet could attack them. Inside these C-130 aircraft, China delivered something very important to Iran. Because of this, the United States and Israel have stopped attacking Iran. Many people were saying that China was not helping Iran. Some people even said that China would never help Iran. Boss!
5 players from the Iranian women's soccer team have got asylum in Australia, which is hosting the Women's Asian Cup. Supporters chanted "Save our girls" as the team bus drove away. The team was labeled, quote, wartime traitors by Iranian state television for refusing to sing their national anthem before their opening match. 5 of their members sought refuge.
They are welcome to stay in Australia, that they are safe here, and they should feel at home here. I say to the other members of the team, the same opportunity is there.
5 players from... No one realized that within 12 hours of Mojtaba Khamenei succeeding his father as the supreme leader of Iran, Trump immediately made 3 shocking decisions. 1 week after Ali Khamenei's death, Mojtaba successfully succeeded his father as Iran's supreme leader. Although Mojtaba is usually very low-key and rarely appears in public, he has a huge influence in many important institutions in Iran. Therefore, many people had already predicted this outcome. However, Trump seemed dissatisfied with this. Shortly after Mojtaba became Iran's supreme leader, he immediately made 3 decisions decisions. First, Trump disagreed with the election results and mocked Mojtaba, saying that the Iranian leader should be elected by the people, not decided behind closed doors. After Mojtaba was elected, many people would inevitably continue to live in hardship. This is something Trump did not want to see. Secondly, Trump stated that he wanted to save.
Let's go! Work, work, work! Alhamdulillah. Trabaho na tayo. Working, working. Sharing pie, sharing pie. Poker face, poker face. Hey, somebody, poker face. Thank you. Thank you po sa mga nakaka-support dyan. Maraming salamat. Kahit boring yung live.
Kakapasok lang ng balita ngayon, narito ang update. Nag-anunsyo si US President Donald Trump ng ceasefire sa pagitan ng Israel at Iran. Pero teka, wala pang formal na kumpirmasyon mula sa dalawang bansa. Ceasefire na nga ba ito o panibagong palabas lang sa gitna ng giyera? Ayon kay Trump, ang ceasefire ay magsisimula agad. Titigil daw ang
Salamat. Boss Mike Ponce, shout out. Aba na, uwi na. Yes, let's go. Back to base. Salamat po sa support. Thank you sa inyo dyan. I need you like water. Yeah. I need you. Thank you. Naulan nga. Pero tumigil na. Pero madilim pa rin ang langit. Ayon sa weather forecast ay may posibilidad na maghapong umulan dito sa Saudi Arabia, sa Riyadh pala. Full tank. Naulan din ba dyan? Ha? Muulan din? Ah, hindi. Ito madilim yung langit. Visions of what used to be, the laughter when sorrow. How could I ever let go. Ano daw? Ba't didilim? Ba't naman didilim? Ba't didilim paningin mo? Dahil akong ginagawa. Hindi ko naman napansin kanina. Naka-off cam. Sorry na. Sorry na. Sorry. Lamig. To believe while you cried rivers of tears, but I was too blind to see everything we've been through before. Now it means so much more. I tried to run from your side. Each place I hide only reminds me of you. When I turn out all the lights, even the night. Sorry na nga. Sorry na nga eh. Sorry na nga. Yung paglipat ko kasi nung cellphone, nilipat ko doon sa kabilang sa isang CP. Tapos pagpatong ko, nagtimpla ako ng coffee. Hindi ko naman napansin eh. Pasensya na. Sorry na. Ha? Sorry na nga eh. So sorry na nga yung tao eh. Too late, you know. I try to run from your side. This place I hide only reminds me of you. Ow! So sorry na nga eh. Gusto pa yung kikiligin siya eh. Pakiligin ko tayo mamaya. Mamaya nga. Mamaya pakiligin ko tayo mamaya. Ha? Gusto mong kiligin mamaya? Gusto mong kiligin? Ha? Kiligin ng may pakagat labi pa. Jabs? Gusto mong kiligin yung may pakagat labi? Hanip yan. O yan na, sabay saing. Sabay saing. Sabay kae. You belong. Daw? Hello po. Hoy! Salamat. I give you my heart. Thank you. Thank you sa patamsak. May kinikilig dyan eh. Dad, tayo ka? Tayo kang kiligin? Yung may kagat labi pa? Ha? This I promise you. Tawa eh. Pag ikaw talaga, ako. Gusto na naman kiligin na may kagat labi, ha? Ha? Hey! Pakiligin na naman kita na may kagat labi. Kagat labi, tapos yung mata nakatingin sa taas. Gusto mo yun? Ha? Tabs? Kagat labi, tapos nakatingin sa taas. Ha? Gusto mo ulit? Ha? Magot ka. Tabs? Magaya na naman ng silencer. Tabs. Magaya ng silencer. Anak ng baka. Gusto mo mag-U-turn? Ba? Napakabagal mo, cellphone ka ng cellphone. Wow! Boss. Cellphone ng cellphone, boss. Picture ka sana dyan. If I lost it, never let it go. They will never know the way of love. Gotta believe in magic. It's harder, and the world that's full of strangers. You gotta believe in magic. About, 'cause it's magic when two people fall in love. Why I need you so. Is this feeling? We were born to share this dream. Got to believe in magic. Tell me how do people find each other? And the world that's full of strangers. You got to believe in magic. Something stronger than the moon above. 'Cause it's magic when two people fall in love. Bulang ka pa. Dami na isa. You gotta believe in magic. The moon above. People fall in love. We can't buy with a smile. Thank you. Bahay na. Thank you for support. And goodbye.